Welcome to Organizational Communication. This brief video will give you an overview of the course and some tips to be successful. First, I'd like to introduce myself. This is me, your instructor, Tracy Powers, and I'm with my family on our summer trip to Serbia, where my husband's company has 2 offices. This is a very typical situation where the headquarters of an organization are in one country and employees may be in different countries. On this trip, we spent time at the 2 branches in Serbia, as well as visiting the office they have in Malta. Cultural differences often play a part in the communication issues within an organization. Next, I'd like to give you a few tips to help you succeed in the course. The most important tip is to thoroughly read the syllabus. I put together my syllabi in a web page format to make it easier for you to find what you need. Be sure to click on each link in the left-hand menu and read it thoroughly, particularly the FAQ page, which should answer most of your questions. So here are some general tips for approaching each module in the course. Always start by reviewing the module introduction. Read the objectives, as this will help you see what you should focus on for the module. Some modules will include more than one lesson topic, so be sure to view both introductions. Next, move on to the assignment instructions before you do the assigned readings. Review the instructions for discussions or any case studies or any other assignments for that module. Then you can begin the readings, and be sure to take notes as you read. This not only helps you to retain the information, but you will want to refer to them as you work on your assignments. It's much easier to refer to notes than having to look everything up in the chapter. After you've read the chapter, move on to the self-test. This is an untimed test that allows you to engage with the textbook as you look up and confirm answers. Be sure to check any answers that you miss. Now that you have a good grasp of the material, make your initial discussion post, which will be a response to some questions. Be sure to address all parts of the prompt and refer to the textbook as needed. Now you're ready to move on to the case studies when they're assigned. And don't forget to also reply to your classmates before the end of the module. There may also be additional assignments such as response papers and the steps for the final essay. So keep a close eye on the calendar to ensure that you don't miss anything. You might want to put due dates into whatever calendar, such as the one on your phone, that you like to use. Although you're all experienced college students, I just want to give a few tips on note-taking. Sometimes online students fail to take notes as they think that the ability to always have their textbook available means that they can just reference it when needed. As I mentioned before, note-taking is part of studying and learning and makes it easier to find what you're looking for when you get to the assignments. This course has a lot of reading for you to complete, particularly in weeks when you have 2 chapters. The general recommendation is to take the number of pages you have to read, multiply it by 5, and that equals the approximate number of minutes you'll need to do that reading. Of course, this does depend on your speed and note-taking, but it's an approximation. Make sure to put aside that amount of time early in the module so that you aren't rushing through the reading at the last minute. Do a quick preview of the chapter by looking at headings and then read it through, taking time for notes and highlighting anything that strikes you as important or that you might want to refer to later on in an assignment. You can do this with both a hard copy text and a digital copy of the text. Finally, do a brief summary in your own words of the chapter. The most common question I get from students is whether or not I will accept late work. The answer is yes, except for discussion posts. You can read the syllabus for my reasons why. For all other assignments, you have 48 hours to submit something late. I don't give too much time as research repeatedly shows that students, especially online students, who get behind on assignments start to have a snowball effect where everything piles up and students get overwhelmed. Also, you want to avoid working on last module's assignments while trying to focus on the current assignments. For every half hour you're late, you will lose 1% for each of those 30-minute increments. You can pause the video for a minute if you want to take a look at the example here to better understand the calculation. This makes it fair for everyone. You can turn in something late without asking or giving a reason, but please do not ask for further extensions, as I apply the policy equally to everyone. Again, remember that discussions, even the first post due earlier in the module, are not accepted late. If you have any other questions, please post them to the Course Questions forum, or you can email or text me. I'm looking forward to working with all of you.